the school holidays have already started, but considering the idea of a 6-week summer break first came about in the Victorian era, should the system now be updated and holidays actually be shortened? Because apparently, certainly some historians claim that this summer break, and indeed other holidays throughout the school year, came about because they needed children to help with the harvest and to be at home at the busiest time of the agricultural year. Yeah. So it dates back supposedly to that kind of time. So are we in a different era entirely now? We are, clearly. Should we be making the summer holiday shorter? It's a big question. There'll be lots of parents thinking, yes, that helps me. Equally so, as a kid, I remember the excitement of a long summer holiday.
The summer holidays.
It was the best thing ever.
It was the best thing ever. And equally, I do think kids sometimes, you know, okay, academically they might not learn as much at home, but they learn life skills and socialising and just, I don't know, I think it is important. I don't see why we have to shorten the summer holiday. Maybe shorten some of the other holidays.
Yeah.
But the school summer holidays, it might be the only time in this country where there's a chance of them getting some nice weather as well, where you can do nice things with your kids. And I don't know. And the way we're going anyway, we might need those kids at home to harvest. The way things are going.
I remember when I had my children and I was working full time, and it came to the summer holidays period, and the school that they were going to, they had teachers that put on an after school and summer school club for that whole period. You'd have to pay an extra couple of pounds for the week to cover their food and transport. Mm-hmm. But my children actually loved it because they get to go to the museums, they get to go to some art studios, and they'd get to do some fun things that I felt that they were still learning, even though they weren't in a classroom.
Yeah,
it was very hands-on. You get to go to a zoo and see animals and things like that. Yeah. And they loved that. Unfortunately, now what I've heard from a few teacher friends of mine, now there's this 0-hour contract thing that they're signing. A lot of teachers they're just not willing to do anything because they're not being looked after.
A lot of those summer activities have vanished because I enjoyed all of that because I went to school in West London and my mother worked full time, and in the school holidays I did go on trips, and I can see now how beneficial that was. But I think more importantly that COVID has had a terrible effect on children's education, and new figures out today show that only 59% of the children leaving only 59% of the children leaving primary school have reached the acceptable SATS level in reading, English and maths. Yeah. And that's an all-time low since those figures were introduced. So there is an argument for extending the school year, shortening the holidays, and the government